Okay, so let me be perfectly honest here. I don't like the Wii U. I'm not saying that the Wii U had bad quality games, but it was a nightmare for Nintendo. First of all, look at it. I wanted to show you, this is shiny plastic, it's all wobbly, the screen bends. Like, dude, this looks like a Fisher-Price toy. Like, this Nintendo Fisher-Price was awful. It was absolutely bulky, and if you put it side by side with the Switch, you have to see about the size of the screen and the way the weight is distributed. And I have to say, I'm glad that this came out because it showed Nintendo a little bit of humility, and at the same time, it allowed us to have a framework of what the Switch was going to become. Because there were some games that you could play all on the Wii pad. But what makes me hate this console so much is that it had really good games into it, but due to bad marketing and everything, especially how that shit looks, many people didn't buy them, and those games ended up selling really, really bad. And they were quality games, okay? And the thing that I like the most about the Switch is bringing back those games. Now look at these games. These are games from the Wii U, and the Switch has all of them in some way, shape, or form. They released a new version of Mario Kart 8 with more DLC. They released a new version of Smash Bros. They released a sequel to Splatoon. They released a new version of Tropical Freeze with a new playable character. They released Bayonetta 2-on-1 on the same physical version and separately if you wanted to buy them digitally. You had a new version of Pokémon Tournament with more DLC. You had new Super Mario Bros. U and Luigi in the same thing with a full package, a new playable character, and a lot of new modes. And finally, they just released Super Mario 3D World, what was to me one of the best games on the Wii U. And it's amazing that they are honoring the legacy of that console even though it failed. And this game, I have a lot to talk about it, but I want you to do another big parenthesis. The only two games that were missing from the Wii U era are Star Fox Zero and Xenoblade Chronicles X. And I'm pretty sure this game is going to come out eventually. Well, this game... we're gonna have to save it for another video, okay? Now, 3D World is not your conventional 3D Mario game like Sunshine or Galaxy or whatever. No, 3D World had a different framework. You see, with the release of the Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo released Super Mario 3D Land, which was essentially a 3D Mario game with the layout of a 2D Mario game. What that meant was that the game had levels that were linear. You would go from point A to point B, find stars, medals, or anything, just like New Super Mario Bros. U, but better executed. And every stage looked different, had a lot of stuff and everything. And Nintendo liked this framework so much that when the time came to give the Wii U a 3D Mario game, Nintendo grabbed everything that made 3D Land great and scaled it up from a portable game to a home console game. But what was most important was that you could play the whole game with different characters. And all of them had properties that were different from one another. Toad would run super fast, Peach would float, Mario would be the standard edition, and Luigi would jump really high. What was the best part of it is that this was a callback to Super Mario Bros. 2, a game that a lot of people to this day think it's way superior than the original Super Mario Bros. That also had the same lineup of characters with the same properties. And this Switch version is just as great as I remember it, and it's totally worth it, the 60 bucks. Playing this game anywhere is just a bliss. Laying in bed, on the couch, next to my dogs, on the garden, anywhere. It was actually fantastic, and the game is still as good as you remember it. It plays beautifully, it controls especially well on the Switch because there's no difference from this atrocious control scheme all the way to the one that we have on the Switch right now. But the best thing that they did is that they tweaked a bunch of stuff from it. So from the top of my head, loading times have been cut tremendously. Save feature is automatic, you don't have to stop playing while the game saves. Now you can gather all the collectibles in stage and die and and you will still have them collected. There's a try again feature that wasn't there in the original game. All the characters look exceedingly faster than they did in the Wii U era. And those are the ones that I have on the top of my head. But the important aspect of this video is talking about how good 3D World is, how good it stacks up to this day, but most especially that the Wii U games were good. Bayonetta 2 on the Switch is fantastic. Donkey Country Tropical Freeze on the Switch is fantastic. I haven't seen a single game that has come from the Wii U era into the Switch that hasn't been a blast. And Nintendo knows this because all the games that they have re-released have gone to become bestsellers on the console every single time. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a game that came 3 years ago and to this day is still one of the most enjoyable experiences you can have on the Switch right now. It's fantastic. It's my favorite Mario Kart by far. I highly recommend you to give it a look at this game, and even though you have the $60 price tag, this is a game that's going to be available forever on the Switch eShop. And what makes it better is Bowser's Fury. But Bowser's Fury is going to be a topic that I want to discuss in a different video. So if you want to check it out, be sure to click the bell while you subscribe to be on the lookout for my newest video. Until then, if you like the video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my content, consider subscribing. And if you want to follow me on social media, all my links are in the description below. I'm absolutely tired, I'm sleep deprived, and I will see you guys pretty soon. Take care.